Why he loses interest in you. I want you to imagine you didn't see your
Hello besties, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking. Kindly subscribe to this beautiful channel. So in today's video guys, we'll be talking about why men lose interest in women. Okay, so I know a lot of us are going through this, and you guys have put the videos together so that you watch and learn, and I'll be back to share my true sense, like what I think about today's video. And don't forget to like this video because it helps with my algorithm. So let's get into it.
why he loses interest in you. I want you to imagine you didn't see your mother for 7 years. Yes, 7 whole years. In that 7 year period, you didn't text her, you didn't FaceTime her, you didn't even see a picture of her on Facebook. So for 7 years, you had absolutely zero communication with your mother. You couldn't even hear her voice. And finally, one day, you hear a knock at the door. You open the door, and to your shock and surprise, it's your mother whom you haven't seen in 7 years. Imagine the emotion that would come over you in that moment, how tight you would hug your mother, the sobbing and the crying, and just the thankfulness that you finally get to be with your mother again. Now I want you to imagine your mother goes on to live with you in your house for 7 years. Every day for 7 years, you go to work, you come back, your mother's there. You invite a friend over for dinner, your mother's there. Somehow, every day you see your mother for the next 7 years, the way you embrace her and feel about her is never quite like the day you saw her after 7 years of not seeing her. A man's affection will grow for you the most when he misses you.
Why men lose interest. So I was texting with this woman the other day. She found me on TikTok. And by the way, I answer pretty much every comment or direct message that comes in. And she's a very smart, well-presented woman on her profile. And she spoke very well. And she said to me, look, she said, I keep going out on dates and then guys get bored and they move on. And so I looked at her and I listened to the way that she was speaking, and she was very clear and very easy to text back and forth with. And I said, okay. I said, they get bored? She said, yeah, we go on a couple of dates and then they just kind of lose interest and they stop asking me out. I said, are you successful? Do you have a really busy schedule? She said, yes, but. And then she went into this long explanation about how that didn't really hold her back. And I said, they're not bored. They're intimidated because you're leading with masculine energy, right? So when you are busy at work or at home and you're getting things done, or you're figuring out how to move your business forward, or your career, or make more money, or whatever you're doing, you're using masculine energy. And it's a great way to get things done. And so our logical brain, right? Our prefrontal cortex is the way we logic our way to a solution. And so we think, we need to use that part of our brain to figure out dating and relationships and romance and love and everything else. But that's not our emotional part of the brain. And if you, no matter how beautiful or sexy you are, it doesn't matter, because a man is not going to respond if you come at him with a whole lot of that logical masculine energy. It's just going to turn him off. The kind of man that you wants to inhabit the masculine most of the time. Doesn't mean that he's only masculine energy, but with you, he wants to lead. He wants to be the leader of the relationship. So now we live in an age where women are out performing men, they're out earning men, they're more educated than men. A lot of the women I talk to are attracting fixer-upper men because they have achieved so much. But you, like this woman that I talked to, have to figure out how to engage with the men that you like with feminine energy. That's the challenge. It's communication. It's the way you communicate with them. I hope that helps. If you want to talk more about feminine energy and masculine energy, if you feel like you are struggling with this, if you don't know why men don't ask you for a second date or they just lose interest, if men have told you they found you intimidating, let me know.
This is the most important reason why a man loses interest in his woman. A man will stop doing things for his woman when he feels that being in this relationship has just become too hard for him. What almost always happens is the following. In the beginning, a man meets you. He falls in love with you. He wants to do everything for you. He wants to play your hero because he wants you to choose him. But there's always a turning point in a relationship, and that's exactly the moment when a woman starts to get used to all the things her man has been doing for her. And at the same time, that man starts to calm down because now he feels safe in a relationship. He feels that she has chosen him, so he doesn't feel the need anymore to do these things all the time to prove that he can earn her love. And the problem starts when women then start to complain to their man about the things he's not doing anymore. And listen to this, the more she complains, the less he wants to do things for her because he feels unappreciated. But the truth about men is the following. The first 3 to 6 months, a man plays a role. He wants to impress a woman. He wants to win her over. After this initial period has passed, it's then that you see who he really is. That's why I always say take your time when you're dating a man. Don't jump to conclusions in the beginning and tell me that he's so amazing because he writes you 30 texts per day. Because I'm telling you, later on, maybe he will just write you 1 text per day. If you want to keep a man interested, you should never complain about the things he's not doing. You should always give him positive reinforcement about the things that he's actually doing for you. Because a man will always choose to stay in a relationship as long as it's not too hard for him.
It's a video, guys, so I'm just here just to talk about what I think about today's video, why men lose interest. Because I know a lot of me women, you have found this with Sky and you talk all was good and later just this person disappears, or they stop talking to you, or they act as if they don't know you, or they say they don't even have interest for you, or they don't even love you. So it keeps on wondering in your head like, why is this happening? So first of all, it's important to understand that relationship often start with a rush of emotions and excitement, which is completely normal. But what happens after that honeymoon phase says a lot about the foundation of your connection. If a man starts pulling away, it's not always about you, but sometimes it could be. Relationships are dynamic and they're affected by your actions, his mindset, and external pressures. Let's explore the layers to this issue. The illusion of perfection. In the beginning, we are all put our best foot forward, but over time, class can show. Not because you are flawed, but because perfection is not sustainable. Men, like anyone else, can be drawn to a fantasy vision of you. When reality sets in, the dynamics become more honesty, and some men lose interest because we're not looking for deep. They were chasing an idea, and here's the kicker. This is not your fault. It's about what they are. We are ready for Venus that you bring to the table. Lack of emotional. Now let's flip the coin. Sometimes a man loses interest because there is no emotional connection. Physical attraction can spark a relationship, but it won't sustain it. Are you opening up? Are you letting him know who you truly are? Men want to feel that they are connecting to someone who understands them, someone they can share their vulnerabilities with. If anyone stays safe, level, internationally or not, that deep might never develop. You feel undervalued. Chasing versus growing. Another reason men lose interest because of the chase. Let's be real, some men love the thrill of pursuit more than the relationship itself. When the chase ends, they lose interest or motivation. But there's another side to this. Once the chase is over, are you both looking to grow together? Relationship need mutual effort, communication, and shared goals. If things feel one-sided or stagnant, it's easy for anyone, not just men, to check out emotionally. So there's also fear for commitment. And here is the hard truth to swallow. Sometimes it's not you, it is fear of commitment. Men who lose interest often struggle with what a relationship represent: responsibility, vulnerability, or the possibility of failure. If he's emotional and unavailable, he might pull away even if everything was perfect. Unfortunately, no amount of effort on your end can fix someone who is not ready to be in a relationship. Okay, so at the end of the day, you can control someone else's feelings, but you can't focus on being your best self. Relationship should be about mutual respect, effort, and understanding, not walking on eggshell to keep someone interested. If a man loses interest, let him go. You deserve someone who sees you worthy without convincing. Keep growing, keep glowing, and remember, he's lost you again. Let me know in your comment section what you think. So you guys, if someone just lose interest in you, don't chase. Once you chase, they'll have this pride, okay? So just know that men come back. Even if they go, they'll still come back, okay? Yeah. So you have to uh like be yourself, okay? Just tell yourself, if this person is not for me, is not for me. You can't force someone to love you. That's what I've believed in completely. You can't force someone to be with you. If they want, they would. Okay, they will be with you. It's what I know. If someone truly loves you, they'll do whatever it takes just for them to be with you. One, they're going to give you their time. They'll communicate. They'll take you out. They'll spoil you. They'll want to be in your life. They'll communicate or what's going on with them, what's the next step, what you guys going to do together, what the plans for the future. They will encourage you. They will introduce you to his circle, his family, the people he likes, and all that. You're going to know them. His world, okay? So if someone is not all doing that, meaning they don't even love you, they might be there is a possibility that they're seeing someone else, or they're open to date. Okay, so don't force anyone to be with you. Wait for your right time. Give yourself time. In this moment, learn yourself, and love yourself more. Okay, so guys, that's a video for today. I don't know what to think you guys about today's video, but it's much interesting. I know this is like a life situation. It happens to anyone. Okay, I know a lot of us ladies are going through this, even men, of course. Okay, so thank you for watching. Bye bye. See you in the next episode.